So I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence. I said it. Alcohol is the new cigarette. I'm just saying, people are starting to wake up, right? The consumption of alcohol is trending down, which I'm here for. I'm for it. But there are new reports that are exciting, and I want to share them. There's a report out that says Gen Z is drinking 20% less than millennials, and millennials are drinking less than Gen Xers, and Gen Xers are drinking less than baby boomers. And a separate report from Australia is finding that 44% of those ages 18 to 24 are drinking less than older generations. There are a lot more studies out showing that the rapid decline of people who consume alcohol on a regular basis, which is a lot lower than I thought. 8 or more drinks a week for women is considered excessive drinking, and 14 or more a week for men is considered excessive drinking, which means I know a lot of excessive drinkers. Anyways, while recent studies that came out in 2023 from the World Health Organization in 2021 said that zero nutritional benefits to drinking alcohol. And then another report from American Cancer Association has now advised people that zero amount of alcohol is the best choice if you want to reduce your chance of cancer. Anything above that, even if it's just an innocent glass of wine per day, is enough to increase the likelihood of cancer. So no, a glass of wine does not keep the doctor away. He is now knocking at your door. So the reality of it is people are starting to wake up, and that they're starting to see that alcohol declines not only your mental health, but your overall health, right? I don't smoke weed. I am as sober as it gets. But, I mean, if you had to choose between the two, I would say smoke that reefer, even though, it still leads to lung cancer and shit like that. But it's way healthier than consuming poison, literal poison, on a regular basis. Not an advocate for weed, but there is a reason that these studies have shown the incline of weed and the decline of alcohol for younger generations, because they're seeing their parents, they're seeing their older siblings, and they're like, honestly, fuck that, man. That shit is not good for our mental health. And the cool thing about Gen Z is that they've kind of normalized talking about mental health, whereas the Gen Xers and baby boomers, like, shove it under the rug. We don't talk about it. And millennials are like kind of there, but their parents were the Xers and their grandparents were the baby boomers, so we're like still like on the fence, like, should we open up? Should we talk about it? Look, all I'm saying is alcohol is, every RIPE, every homicide, every freaking bank robbery, every freaking shooting, like, there is so much alcohol in each one of those situations. Not always, but a majority of the cases where, people are getting hurt, driving fatalities, people are losing their lives, there's shootings, most of the time people are under the influence of alcohol. Whereas when you're under the influence of weed, it's like, man stopped at stop sign waiting for a stop sign to turn green. Over. Like, there's not much crime happening when people are smoking weed. They're usually just chilled out in their bedroom, smoking, passing out. I'm not saying it's a good alternative. I'm just saying, like, alcohol, I'm trying to show you the comparison. Like, alcohol is the fucking worst. There's just so many bad things happen. And even, problem drinker or not, excessive drinker or not, just like the smallest amount is bad for your body. And then people will argue like, yeah, tattoos are, ink and bad for your body. I haven't gotten a tattoo since I've gotten sober. I actually haven't gotten a tattoo in 4 years. So not since I got sober. I haven't got a tattoo in 4 years. I know that this shit's bad, but this ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. What's did is done. That's all she wrote. And then people will fight like sugar and coffee and all the other bullshit they put in our food. Like, food is something we need to survive. But let's say that this food also had alcohol in it. Then it would be very hard to avoid. But the thing is, alcohol and food are separate. Yes, it's hard to avoid sugar because it's in almost fucking everything. Unless you're shopping organic. And I don't know if where you live, but I just paid $13 for strawberries. So, I mean, it's hard to buy organic. It's hard to survive right now. Like, I don't even know how there was a time where I was buying shots for people at the bar because I didn't want to drink alone. I don't even know how that was a thing. Now I'm like hyper focused on how much money I spent. Like $15 for 12 eggs. Like, I'm just saying, it is a lot easier to avoid something like alcohol than it is to avoid like sugar. And it's not coffee. This is protein. And I think there's like 1 gram of sugar in this too. Like, it's hard to avoid those things. But life is all about risk. So it's just, what risks are you willing to take? And that's why I don't get tattoos anymore. That's why I don't drink alcohol anymore. I do my absolute best to count the chemicals and I do the calories with my food, but golly, I'm in the United States. Wherever you are watching this video, it is hard to find things that have less than like 5 ingredients. Like, everything has like 40 different ingredients. You can't pronounce like 90% of them, and then you're just like sitting at the grocery store. I'm like, unless I want to just move to a farm, eat grass, and live off of fucking meat that I killed, it is really, really hard. So yes, life is about risk, and it's all relatively bad, but it is easy to avoid alcohol. You just don't drink it. It's like, I just read some of the comments like, yeah, but what about tattoos? What about sugar? What about coffee? What about blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's a million things. Sunblock, makeup, like everything is like relatively bad for you. But if you can lessen something, then do it, right? Like, I just started getting tallow butter, which is animal fat, for my face. I'm trying to wear less makeup. I don't put hair products in. This is all me, baby. This is all natural. But when it comes to the consumption of alcohol, I don't need to drink that. So that now eliminates another external possibility of me consuming something that could lead me to health issues, mental health, or just overall just feeling like shit. I've never felt better in my life than I have in these past 11 months. And I used to listen to people who were sober. I'm like, shut the fuck. It's not that great. But it is. It really is. I just want to, like, I just shake somebody. Get sober. Anyways. Long rant, 8 minutes. If you stayed till the end, like it, comment, subscribe, and if you want to join the community where we have conversations like these, click the link in the description. Happy hurricane season, everybody.